Hello and welcome to what I believe to be the last day of the month. I am your grumpy guide to all things gaming, the OGGM, with another OGGM adventure. And today it's once again time to check out what's going on in the world of our hobby as the world burns around us with rioting and violence and stupidity. But on good news, we're in space. We're in space. We dock with the space station. That's just beautiful. That's just amazing. That's just wonderful to think that I have lived to see the space program start, end, and now start again in my entire life is truly amazing. I was alive when the astronauts, one small step. I was alive when the shuttle exploded. I was alive when they shut down the space program, and now we're back in space. So thank you. That is some good news in the craziness that is 2020. But enough politicking. Let's get on to the news, shall we? And there's not a lot going on this week. I wonder why. But there is some stuff. The EN's Insider issue number 334 brings us 12 new feats for your 5e games to step up the power and versatility because it's not broken enough. So check that out. Jim Ward of Snit's Revenge, an awful green thing, has an article out about how he ran games over at TSR and kept it under the radar because apparently there was demands from management that employees at the gaming company not play games at work. So way to know that Mr. Ward was out there being a bit of a rebel playing games when he was told not to. Ed Greenwood has another article up about the foundations and origins of the amazing Forgotten Realms, a home to many of us over the years of gaming. So it's always nice to tip a hat to Mr. Greenwood and see what's going on with the Forgotten Realms. Obviously, COVID-19 as delaying publishing and printing and things that were expected to come out, blank, aren't coming out in blank because of the COVID-19. But many of the companies are still trying to make their best of a bad situation, especially our friends over at Wizards of the Coast. Not only are they still doing their daily post of free crap, but they have released the table of contents for the upcoming Mythic Odysseys of Theros. So if you want a hint of what's going on in the next Magic the Gathering D&D crossover, check that out. Another person has a world building 101 column up, two Worlds of Design columns from Lewis Publisher. He's got a World Building 101 because there's never enough of those. Crucible 7 has released another free adventure for Warhammer 40k Wrath and Glory called Graveyard Shift. Check that up over at the Crucible 7 website. Not much else. I mean, there's some Kickstarters. Yeah, like I said, it's a slow week. We do have some news coming out from the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly, who have been, cribbing a lot of stuff from Marvel about how they figure they're going to do the Dungeons and Dragons movie. They recently talked to Hollywood Reporter about the status of the film and their take on the material, especially with, lockdown. But so they promise it'll be fun. It'll be a good, homage to D&D. I mean, you can't really top Hawk the Slayer and Sword and the Sorcerer and Conan and Lady Hawk, but we'll see. Pazio has released their schedule for Starfinder for the 2020, the rest of the year. And they've also released their schedule for 2020 for the rest of the year for Kingmaker, for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And they are redoing Kingmaker, possibly the best, one of the most lauded modules that series they ever did for D&D, Kingmaker. And they're making it also for 5e, dipping their fingers back in the 5e pool where they all began. PazioCon has been canceled, but it's going to be on Twitch. Baldur's Gate 3, the Larian Studios has posted another teaser trailer for Baldur's Gate 3. We're all excited about that. And Free RPG Day will, of course, be delayed till July 25th, 2020 because of the COVID. And, oh, I'm sorry, guys. Games Workshop has announced a Warhammer 40k 9th edition this week. So all those rules you just got used to playing for 40k, fuck them. They're starting all over yet again. And god damn it, they have definitely figured out a formula to getting people to buy their product over and over and over again. I would hate to be a fan of that game and constantly having to be rebuying, but hey, whatever. Let's see what's going on crowdfunding this week. So these are all the crowdfunding projects that are ending this week. If any of these sound exciting to you, check out these over at Kickstarter or crowdfunding. We have from Adam O'Brien, a collection of magic items for D&D 5e. That Kickstarter will end on June 6th. Trudvig Adventures, we talked about this last week. It is a Norse Viking-based role-playing game for 5e. From Riot Minds, that ends the 10th of June. Aegis of Empire Adventure Path for 5e and Pathfinder from Legendary Games. That ends on June 5th. Survive This Fantasy Tabletop RPG Book 2 from Bloat Games. I didn't like the Survive This Zombies and the Survive This Vigilante Cities as much as I thought I would, but we'll see how their fantasy tabletop role-playing game does. And that ends June 9th. Starfinder Legacy from Rogue Genius Games adds Beastery for Starfinder. That ends May 28th, and they're including in that one undead dinosaurs. So that's, yeah, anything with dinosaurs. Yeah, that's about it. Like I said, it's been a slow week, but considering everything that's going on, we've got a virus, we've got riots, we've got SpaceX, we've got the world slowly returning to normal. So that is your gaming news for the 31st day of May. Tomorrow will be June 1st, which hopefully is payday for a lot of us, and more confusion regarding unemployment and stuff. Keep following these videos. If you like what you see, please like, please share, please subscribe, hit that notification button so you always know what's coming on, plus for the algorithm. And above all, I will talk to you losers later. Support me.